Okay, guys, remember I sent you package of document that will assist you in navigating this process on how to leverage the advantages of ATLAS.ti for you to be able to do your coding, do your analysis, right? So when you look at this document, it's titled ATLAS Step-by-Step Task Guide. This one will help you from Genesis to Revelation on how to use Atlas. Even with this document alone, once you understand this document, it can be able to assist you, provide guidance for you to be able to know how to use Atlas. So I'm not going to be reading through it. I'm not going to read everything. Yes. The first one is open ATLAS.ti and create a new project. We've done this. So what I said, the first thing is just you start by launching Atlas from your desktop or application folder. We've done that, and by now I know you are all well grounded as far as this application is concerned. You've known how to launch Atlas. If there is still anyone here that doesn't know how to launch Atlas, it's very easy. Like what I said, you go down here, the search bar, then you type ATLAS.ti, then it will pop up, then you click on it, then you will be able to uh, open the platform. Then we say create a new project. We've done that yesterday, right? For those of you that were not in attendance, and remember, I sent you a video. So the video clip that I sent to you, all these things are embedded in. So once you are able to watch that video and you comprehend it, all these aspects will become simplified for you to understand. Then how to name your project, enter a descriptive name, we've done that. Then choose a location where you need to save the project file as well, we've done that. How to establish a new project, we've done that, right? So essentially, this document is very essential, or it's very good. It's something that can really help you in knowing what to do and how to use the various entities in Atlas. Define and understand key Atlas concept, right? So when you look at Atlas, these are some of the entities, or rather, let me say the entities that are in Atlas, the icons. You have the primary document, right? That is what you use to upload document. We've done that. The quotation is the segment that you have. We demonstrated that yesterday, that when you read the document and the segment that you feel is relevant to your research question, then you highlight it, you code it, right? So that segment is what we call a quotation. So we demonstrated that yesterday, and you must have by now be well grounded with that. The codes, we've done that. We even have code books, and we applied codes yesterday. Like we said, code is more or less a label or a tag that you assign to a data segment. Then the memo is what you use, is like a note, analytical note. I'm going to demonstrate how we need to attach memo, the processes that it takes to attach a memo to codes and code group. It's part of what we are going to learn today. So it's used for reflection, analytical notes for your analysis. Then network diagram. We haven't done that. And today I will try to see if we can do it. If we can't do it today, tomorrow, when I will be presenting on co-occurrence, how you need to do a kind of correlation like you call it in statistics. We have something like that in qualitative analysis as well. We call it co-occurrence. So yeah. Then regarding as well the network diagram, it helps one to visualize the relationship between elements, between codes, between concepts. So we are going to touch on that today or tomorrow. Then working with documents. How do you work with documents? How do you start? Where do you start? So that is what this one is all about. The first point of departure, you need to import document into your project. We've done that, whereby you open your Atlas, then you got certain icons, like we said, then you have this document icon, whereby you click on it to add document. If you want to add the document, single document or singly, there's a provision for that. If you want to add in a folder, there's a provision for that. We've already done that. We've demonstrated that, and I don't think it's something that is not understandable to you. You've understood that. Then how to import document. We've even imported the code book, right? So we've done that as well. Then, yeah, how you need to organize document into groups, right? Maybe during the course of today, we just touch on that because we don't have a lot of document to group together. Just like we do in the grouping of the codes, it's more or less the same system, whereby you click on, the document, right? Then so it's just the same thing, the way we did yesterday for the codes. So here you have the document, right? So here you have the document group. So what you need to do is you can click on it, you drag it to drag and drop. So it's the same methodology that we are using to group the codes. So it's the same method for the grouping of the project document. Then, okay, this, I think we got explanation here as well. You drag the document, you see, this thing is very good. When you read this thing very well, it can be able to assist you without much hassles. You select, you create the document group, you name the group. We done that for the codes. Then you drag the document into the appropriate group. Then you can use filter to view certain groups. For example, if you have a lot of groups and you want to view a certain type of group, then you can use a kind of a filter to filter it for you to see, to work on the specific types of document that you want to work on. Then basic coding operations. We've done coding yesterday. Manually, I've showed you how to do manually, whereby you highlight the text, then you apply the coding. Although some of the codings we've been using yesterday were from the code books that were deductively derived. Okay. So then creating the code manually, you open the document by double clicking in the document manager, right? So I believe by now you know how to open the document. Then you select, right? You select the text you want to code. Then what next? You right click. Then you can create a free code, right? Or you can enter a code name, right? So when you select the text and there's no code that is attached, the segment itself can create a code. That is what we call free code. So we are not doing it here. We got codes that have been deductively created that we can apply. So yeah, then you can add comments. I think we're gonna touch on this a little bit. We're gonna demonstrate that how you need to add comments to codes. But when you look at all the codes that we've already got comments, because the way I did it was that when I prepared the code in Excel, so I did it in such a way that I added the comments, and by the time we uploaded all the codes into the software, then you see the comment at the comments were loaded along with the codes. This is what I'm trying to talk about now. These are the codes. When you click on it, then you see the comments that are already attached. So the comment essentially explains to you what the code is all about. This is what I'm saying, that, for you to be able to decode all this, to understand what the codes are all about and where you need to apply the codes, you need to read the comment as well. For example, this one says capture how DAP actions are strategically or thematically aligned with other FDB project or ADB project, as we may call it, or ADB program, strategies or operations. You see, from here, you know where to apply this code. So all the whole codes here have got comments. There is no single code that have no comments. You see, you got comments. So where you are getting lost, you don't understand what the code means. Then you can click on the comment, then the comment will explain. From the comment, you can be able to deduce what the code is all about. Right. So I believe this methodology of adding comments is very useful. Right. All the whole codes have got comments. Right. Okay. Let's go back. Then create in vivo, right? Create in vivo, whereby you select, you want to code and you right click. So creating in vivo, we are not so much because creating in vivo here, because when you create in vivo, you still have to go back and read it before you attach the code. So advanced advanced coding techniques, whereby auto coding. Auto coding is whereby you do a kind of a search, right? Then, like what we were doing yesterday, when by we did the kind of a search yesterday. So then from that search, whatever that is coming up, you can code all the whole segment of the test, or you can code a portion of the test. So that is what we mean by, or that is how the process of auto coding, that is how it goes. Then, yeah, set parameter. This is when you are searching for certain concept or that you want to use as a code, or that you want to code, you can utilize this. This was what we were doing yesterday, right? Then this one is explaining how you need to set the parameter when you are doing your search operations. The code with multiple code, right? Okay, if you want to, for example, like what we have in our system, right? So if you want to code with multiple code, how do you do it simultaneously? You select the test, you hold down the key, right? The control key while clicking the multiple code, right? Or you drag the selection to the code. So luckily what we've got in our system here, if you want to use multiple code, what we need to do is to click to toggle the icon. I'm gonna, let me see, I'll demonstrate it here. Okay, these are the documents. This is how to open a document. Okay, let's say, for example, if I want to code this, then I right click, I say apply code. Right. So if I want to use multiple codes on this, what I need to do is to toggle this. If these are the codes that I want to use, I will click on it. I don't want to code this stuff now. Then just click Yeah, that is how to apply it. I don't want to code this document anyhow. Okay, so that is how it goes. Then, so working with quotations, navigate between coded segments. You double click a code in a code manager, right, to see all the quotations. So if this is another aspect that I want to teach today, if you want to visualize the quotations, to see the quotations, how you need to see the quotation, right? Then use quotation segment arrow if you want to make adjustment, just like we were doing yesterday. And you click quotation number to jump. Yeah, got numbers because, yeah, the position of, because most especially when you upload the transcript. So even the quotation have got numbers from the beginning to the end to show you the extent of the quotation. Then edit and modify quotation boundary. You can adjust, just like we were doing yesterday. Then add comment. You can as well add comment to the quotation. How do you do that? You right click on the quotation, then the a pop-up window will come up. Then you add comment, or if there's something that you want to change, or there's something that you want to change on previously created comment, then it can be uh, you can be able to effect any change there or any changes that you want to make. Then you save the comment. So code manager, right? It is on the codes, whereby you've got the codes and the code group. We did that yesterday, how to create a code group. And yeah, we extensively worked on this one yesterday. So it's still the same method, like when you are grouping the document, whereby you can adopt the system of drag and drop, right? You can as well color coding. If you got different code group and you want to color it so that you can be able to discern, to distinguish between the codes in terms of visualization, then you can as well do that as well. So then you can merge codes together. Yes, Suleiman?
Yeah, good morning, Prof. I just want to ask one quick question while you're talking about code group.
Yeah,
What would be the purpose of having code group? Is it
code group.
yeah, is it for the reporting purpose later on or what?
Okay, for qualitative analysis, code group is used for one to be able to develop teams and sub-teams. For teams and sub-teams, that is why you need to have a code group, because the code group is the parent, right? Which normally constitute the teams, right? Then the sub code will be the sub-teams.
I guess that is something that is going to be of benefit when we reach the later stage of creating the output.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For example, like you've got here, you see, I've worked on all the, last night, I was working on the code group and I finished mine. You see, I'm going to show you now. Let me show you where. These are the code group, right? That I created yesterday from the 116 codes. And all of you, you are going to make use of this code group. So I've saved you a lot of time. So what I will do is I'm going to send you this in a bundle. So maybe you can you use this to do your work. So I've done, I can say I've done almost 30% of your work.
Did you manage to fix the duplicate issue? Those six code.
Sorry?
Did
Yeah,
you
I
manage?
sorted it out. I saw where the problem was.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you go to this pan there, you see these are the code group, right? So for example now, let's click on this effectiveness in terms of the principles. You got additionality, right? You got customization. You got ownership, right? So these ones can form a sub team, yeah.
Okay.
So this is how it works.
Good.
Yeah. So it's very important you have the code as well as the code group.
Thank you very much for creating the code books for us, the
All
codes.
right. You're welcome.
We
Yeah.
appreciate 30% done.
It's the key to success.
Yeah. All right. So as we said, you can merge. This is what we were saying, that when you do your initial coding, sometimes as a learner or as a beginner, you end up having a lot of codes. But what you need to do is you need to manage the code. By the time you start refining the codes, you discover that you created too many codes or too many unnecessary codes. So during your process of refinement, you can apply this method. Either you merge, you can merge two or more codes together in order to refine the codes. Or if there is any need for you to split, then you can split codes. So we got that capability. That is what this one is all about. Right. To split code, this is the process, how you need to do it. Supercode, whereby you filter, you drag a chart. Okay, so this is another thing that we need to talk about if you want to create a child code, right? This one is the same thing like creating, like what we did, the parent and the child code. So the parent, like I said, will constitute the teams. Then the child or or whatever you call it, whatever that is coming under the child codes will be the subteam, right? Like as you got here now, they say it will appear in form of a hierarchy. When you look at this one now, it's in form of a hierarchy, as you could see it here, right? Yeah, so the analytical tools. One, you have the co-occurrence analysis, which is, let me show you the tool for co-occurrence. This is what we call co-occurrence. These are what we use to do advanced analysis, right? For example, when you are coding, maybe you have some segment like this, where the DAP project is aligned, let's say aligned with the needs of the uh, regional member countries. There might be statements that are made categorically where you can quickly discern that this one is aligned. So there are certain codes or certain statements or certain codes that you have here. Some will speak about the objective of the project differently, then others will speak about the needs, right, of the countries differently. So now you want to see if the needs are actually aligned with the objective of the project. So you can make use of this co-occurrence application, whereby you try to co-occur the project objectives versus the needs of the country. So that is where you use co-occurrence. Is that one clear? Because that one is It's an analytical tool that we need to master here, because there are some of the stuff here whereby we need to do this kind of co-occurrence. So, yeah. Do you get the picture of how we or why we need to do a co-occurrence? Is there any question there?
Yeah, good morning, Professor.
Good
Can you
morning.
please come again on the co-occurrence? I didn't get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to use your language because you are a statistician. You
Okay.
do what we call correlation, right?
Yes,
It's
yes.
more or less like correlation.
Okay.
You want to see if the project objective do correlate with the needs of the regional member countries. So what we do here is we call it co-occurrence. So the project versus the needs. Because in the document, there might be some areas whereby you just only have the needs written separately, then the project objective separately. So you have to take the needs now, compare it, correlate it with the project objective, and see whether there are alignment. It's not only that, there are a lot of areas that we need to do this kind of co-occurrence. But it's not something to be afraid of. I will be guiding you through all the way to make sure that this thing is done properly. Is it understood?
Yes, that's understood. But where do we find the code co-occurrence? From the
No, the code for the project objectives will be
Yes.
from the document. For example, let's say the project appraisal report. Mr. Debazo, I think you're gonna help me here now, right? If I'm talking the right thing, if I'm wrong.
What?
The project objectives, right? You can get it from the project appraisal report.
Correct.
Yeah. So now the needs of the country, you can get it from another document. So you need to be able to correlate the two, whether the objectives are aligned with the needs of the country.
Yes, that's okay. Thank you. But that's my question is, where
Yeah.
in Atlas do I get
Yeah.
the code
There are codes for that.
analysis? I mean, where
Yeah,
is
no,
how do I get
listen.
here?
You got codes for project objectives. They are there. Then you got codes for the needs of the country, of the RMC country. They are
Yesterday
there. They are
we
created.
saw
Richard,
hello.
Yeah.
Yesterday in the document we saw somewhere expected result when we were going through the Mozambique. So you have the expected result, you may see objectives. You see, those we will just quote that as expected result or objectives. And then, like he's saying, when you will be reading, for example, the report of the project completion report or any other document where they are reporting what was achieved or what was the main challenges, you will see it, and then you will be able to do what Richard is explaining.
All right, thanks.
just
yeah.
Richard.
There is one hand up.
Yeah, Birahim.
Yes, so thank you. Just one question. I would like to know if is there a difference while we call a difference between qualitative information and quantitative information.
Can you please come again with your voice? Can you make your voice louder a little bit? You say qualitative or quantitative?
Prof. Birahim.
Hello.
Prof. Birahim.
Ibrahim. Nyang.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah, come
You
on.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear
No,
you.
repeat your question, please.
Repeat your question.
My question is about the treatment of information. Is there a difference between qualitative information and quantitative information?
Qualitative, whether there, let me try to repeat what you've asked.
He's
Whether there's
he's asking if there is a difference between quantitative and qualitative information.
Yeah, but qualitative is normally in textual form. Then quantitative is in figures. If we are to go into the research paradigm, quantitative is objective, while they say so qualitative is subjective. But what I can tell you is this: if your question is based on co-occurrence, the output of co-occurrence can either be in qualitative, which is in textual form or in text form, or it can also be in quantitative, where you quantify it.
Let me add this. I don't know if
Yeah.
it will help.
Yeah.
Prof, even if you quote a quantitative data in any document, Atlas will be interpreting it as a qualitative, not as a, even if it is a figure. Atlas will interpret it as a qualitative data. So they will not be counting those numbers in the report. So
Yeah,
I don't know
unless you want to do it like that, you want to count. Because even you can be able to assign numbers, ratings to textual document, and you can be able to quantify it as well in Atlas. But basically, Atlas is for qualitative, for textual textual analysis, whereby the output can either be in form of in a thematic nature or in content analysis output.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just something I missed, Richard.
Yeah.
Which among these where on your home we have search, code, analyze, import, tools, and help. So which one has the correlation?
This one, analyze.
Analyze.
This one.
And then there is okay, fine. Thank you.
Co-occurrence. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Maybe they don't want to be statistically biased. That is why they changed the name co-occurrence instead of correlation. All right. No, yeah. So the query tools, you can either use the co-occurrence analysis tool or you use the query tool, right? So the query tool is whereby you make use of these are statistical applications where you have the boolean and or not operations. So, for example, if you are comparing two codes, then you can make use of query. But if it is more than two, you can use a co-occurrence. So either you use co-occurrence, depends on what you are trying to correlate or to find out the relationship, right? Because basically, these tools are used for one to be able to establish a relationship, right? So when you use a query tool, you need to set parameters as well, right? So when we are demonstrating it, then you see how it works. Then you need to generate frequencies, right? Code frequency report, whereby you can be able to determine the frequency of codes that have been employed or utilized in coding the document. So we are going to demonstrate that, yeah. So this is where you can be able to generate it, right? Then here you select, because here are the documents. You select the document. For example, now if I select everything we've got here, then I select the whole document here. Then a frequency table. Let me see. Because we don't have much here. Did you see? Can you see something here now?
You have generated a bar chart.
Yeah. So this one, that is what we're talking about in terms of the frequency table. Then you can generate a kind of a Sankey diagram, right? Because we don't have much codes, that is why it's there, but you can be able to at least be able to visualize something here. So these ones are part of the reporting. You can as well, yeah, by chart, I've done that. Yeah. Then if you want to export, then you can export to Excel or whatever the bar chart to show you the frequency and all those type of stuff, right? So it's quite an interesting software to use. Then with go to analysis, this is how to generate the code frequency report, right? You export. Working with memo, how to create memo, which we have already explained before that is used for analytical. You can create a free memo which is not attached to any code or quotation. You can create a code memo that is
Prof,
linked.
sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt. Looks like there are few people not seeing your screen.
Oh. Can you see now?
Dr. Sambo, do you see the screen now?
No. I'm not seeing it. It has. I can't see this the screen. Yeah. I don't know what has happened. It has just.
But we are having it. What can be the problem? I don't know.
What could be the problem on that?
Okay.
Okay, maybe let's see if it is something that you can resolve quickly. All
Okay.
right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we were talking about memo. Then you got memo that are linked to quotations for analytical purpose. Then you got you need to write your analysis and reflection. How you need to write your analysis. Basically, the way it works is this. First of all, you need to generate a table of the teams and the sub-teams. That one is very, very important because all what you're going to write on has to be hinged on your teams, the generated teams and sub-teams. The host asks you to start your video. Oh. Oh, guys, you want to see my face? All right.
I'm sorry. I was asking to record. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Not the video. I'm sorry.
Anyway, you've seen how handsome the guy is.
I will find you another wife.
Okay.
Yeah, Richard, I did not receive that for the file that you are presenting. Maybe after you send, I would like that. I would like, maybe you have shared some files, and I was not already there. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's Siri. Is that Siri?
Yes, it's Cyril. It's Cyril, Richard.
Okay. No, don't worry. We shall always take care of that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, the report writing is very, very important. That is why we must we must make sure that our coding is right. We are able to create a good code group and subcodes. So the code group, we use it to generate or to make the teams, and the subcode, the subteams. So normally what I do is I always create a table, right, whereby I have these teams and the sub-teams. Then you start explaining. First of all, in a report writing, for example, if you are doing an academic presentation, your result analysis chapter, you present the result, then you explain, what the main team is all about. Then you said, okay, this main team, you see, you explain the sub-team along with it. It's composed of the following sub-teams, right? Then you present the sub-teams. But one thing that is very important here is you need to validate your claims. Whatever you are saying, you need to validate it with quotations, verbatim quote. Then you copy verbatim quote, then you add it. So that is how we need to do the report writing. So if we need to put some statistical tables, then we can put statistical table, but we need to decide on it if we are going to use statistical table, if we are going to use something like, because you've seen just now that the software have got that capability of a Sankey diagram. There is a project I'm currently doing for a PhD student in the UK. That is the first time I'm using a Sankey diagram for a client. The supervisor specifically like the Sankey diagram. So we can use Sankey diagram. We can beautify it again with network diagrams. So those are the things that we can incorporate into the report writing that really make it a rigor analysis that will make people to really appreciate that we've done a good job, right? So that is on the side of the report. So visualization and network. I've explained this just now when I was explaining the report writing. You need to create network view. For example, we have we got a code here we call synergies between the stakeholders. Mr. DeBazo, if I'm going wrong here, you help me. We got synergies. So how will you be able to depict the synergies between the stakeholders where there are some, what you call it, the operations. I'm using your language now, Mr. Basil. Operations where you have a kind of partnership or whereby you have different stakeholders involved in a certain operations. So what you need to do is we need to depict that in a network diagram to show the relationship. So with the help of the application of this tool in ATLAS.ti, we can be able to do that. To create a network diagram is not a problem. We can do it here as well. Then I will teach you how to create a network diagram, which is basically to depict the relationship, right? You can even create a network diagram between the codes, right? Where you have, okay, you can create a network diagram for the teams as well. You create a team, then the sub-teams that goes with it can be represented in form of a network diagram. We do that as well. If it is something that you are creating a kind of a conceptual framework, we are not doing something to that level here now. So you can use this network diagram to create a conceptual framework. So it's such a powerful tool, a powerful tool that one can leverage. Then that network diagram can be visualized in different form, right? You have, and Another beauty nature of a network diagram is that when it is created, you can as well explain the relationship between the various elements. For example, the relationship between one subteam to the other. Let me try to see. Let me see what I'm show you what I'm talking about here. So this is the platform where we design a network diagram. You first of all create the name, but we shall come to that. Then you add, because we don't have some quotations here now, you add quotations. You use quotation to do it. Because, yeah, there's nothing we can add here. We don't have much here. Okay, by the time we get to that codes, okay, let me see code group. Let me use a code group. This one doesn't have time. Let me do this. So I'm just giving an example, right? Well, how you need to design this one can, this is not okay. Code. Yeah. This is something of this nature. So this is what I really want to demonstrate. You see, here you can define the relationship, right? It's a property of, it contradict, it's a part of whatever. Then if what you are looking for are not here, if you check the type of relationship is not here, then we can create a new relationship. This is what I want to explain here, right? So can use this one to explain or to show visually the relationship between teams and the sub-teams. And in terms of the synergy, stakeholders relationship, we can use this one to depict it, right? So this is how this one works. Okay, let's go back to my stuff. Where is my stuff now? I want me to save it. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Right. So as we said, you can use a network editor to, to select the layout. The layout got different layout. Then this is the editor tool they're talking about. You can select the layout if you want it to be circular, if you want it to be hierarchical, or whatever. This is what they are talking about. Right. Then you can use this tool to play around to suit your purpose. Then so once you've designed your network diagram, you save it in form of a picture like Pitman. Then you copy and paste it into your report. Then the output, you can export codes and quotations. Right. You can export codes and quotations. So these are the quotations that we created yesterday. This is what we are talking about, right? You can export, right? It can be in Excel, or you can export it to Excel or in Words, right? So then here you can choose what needs to be reported. The code needs to be there. Then you say create a report. This is what you're gonna use when you analyze it. You see all the codes are there with the quotations. So this is one of the materials that you need to be able to do your report, right? So what you need to do is this. Now, you know what, you see the document will always be there. That is another beauty nature of it. The source that is from this document, right? Now, these are the codes. Depth objective, you see? So whatever you capture in terms of the quotations gonna appear. These are the numbers, project relevance, right? You see, even the comment is here because this was a kind of a comment, like a reflection on what this code is all about. For the comment to appear on the report is optional, it's discretionary. If you want it to appear, then you can click on it. You can make it to appear by selecting the option. But if you don't want it to appear, it's not a problem, right? So you see the quotations. These are in terms of the project relevance. So now, when you are writing about the project relevance now, so once, by the time you finish writing, you talk about it, then for you to validate whatever claims that you are talking about as far as the project relevance is concerned, you can copy, you paste it there on your report, just like you see in normal thesis writing. Then you put, start with inverted comma open, then you close it. Then you add along the source of the document, right? But I don't know whether if report writing, in terms of the way the bank is doing theirs, whether they do add as well where the except or where the quotation is coming from. You know, normally in document analysis, this one is an except or whatever you call it. It's not a quotation, right? So when you are doing your interview, so when you are cutting a segment of this nature, you can call it a quotation because this one is not a quotation, right? Okay. But it serves the same thing as right, like a quote from someone that you've interviewed. So that is how.
A clarification, Richard.
Yeah.
These, you know, quotations usually you are using people's words.
Okay.
Could we convert them into citations?
Oh, to avoid for ethical reason. Is that what you are trying to talk about now?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think
yes.
you must because you will use a fictitious name of a pseudonym, or how do you pronounce it? So in research for ethical purpose, that is how it is. You don't say somebody, this guy says so. You understand what I mean? And that is another thing that we need to establish with Mr. Bazo and Co. to see whether you just put the quotation there without putting a pseudonym name or a fictitious name. So those things we need to establish and see how it goes. Right. But I know you reported,
Unless
yeah.
it is a published document. If you get it from a published document, you
Mm.
just put the citation.
Okay.
So, but we need to agree on how to deal with that specific case of using quotations. So we need to deal. But in any way, well, we keep confidential the identity of people who contribute to the evaluation.
Mm. Yeah, but for document review is not a problem. You can put anything there. You are not implicating anybody. The one that is sensitive is the one for the interview. So what you do, you put a fictitious episode of name. You can put interview A or B or something of that nature. Right. I think that we do. Yeah. Any other question pertaining to that? All right. Then export network output reporting. We'll talk about that. Open document. I've showed you how to export. Okay. Then it can either be in Word on HTML. Then select what to include. This was what I was saying just now. You need to select what to include, quotes, but it's always good to include quotes and quotations so that you see how it gets aligned. Then you configure layout to format you generate and save, right? Then the generate report. How do you generate report analysis? You see, this manual is very, very important. This one can assist you in navigating, knowing how to use this software. You follow the system, the way the guide chronologically, and it's going to help you to do a good job. The only thing is that it doesn't assist you in coding, because that coding is your own, whereby you need to put your own effort and make sure that you master the codes that will be generated. Otherwise, it could have been something nice if this one can do the coding. Then, yeah, you go to the analysis, how to generate report. Then you can as well create a code book. But this time around, you remember we imported our code books. So whatever codes you used in Atlas, it can be exported, right? As a backup, you know. So if it is thesis or whatever, you can put this, include it as part of the yeah, part of the appendix. But in most cases, the code book is a lot, it's a lot of stuff of which you don't really need to worry about. Right. Then advanced features, import multimedia. We are not using multimedia here, right? These are multimedia, then set time-based quotation and other stuff. So collaborate. Yeah, I think this is something that we need to hear about as well. If we want to collaborate, for example, if we want to do something like what we call a coda, intercoda agreement, then we can use one document, then we make use of Atlas Cloud, because everybody have access to it, unless you don't have internet, you don't have a stable or regular internet. Then if you are connected, we can use cloud, ATLAS.ti cloud to collaborate in sharing project. So that one can be done. Then we can do merging together, merge a project in the ATLAS.ti cloud. That is what that one is all about. Then you have very lovely tips here for effective use. Start with exploratory coding before creating a final code scheme. Do you see? That is what I was saying, that coding is not something that goes fast. It's something that takes a lot of time, you know. Sometimes you start coded the document, you need to come back again to see whether the right label or code were applied. You can do initial coding. Sometimes maybe you are coding a page now or one document, maybe 30 or 40 codes. Now, when you come back, you discover that most of those codes are redundant. There were a kind of a repetition. Then you need to refine. So it doesn't necessarily mean that if you are refining code, it signifies that you don't know what you are doing. No, it's not like that, because you need to read the document. You embed yourself immensely into the document. You must make sure you understand what the document is all about before you code. And in some cases, after you have done your coding, you print out the report and look, compare the code with the quotation to see whether it makes sense. Right. So if it doesn't make sense, then you can adjust. You revise the code. That is how it works. Sometimes you see that you created codes or you duplicated some codes. What you need to do, you merge the codes together. So that kind of capability is permissible here, and Atlas can be able to assist in that direction. Then regularly back up your project files. You must make sure that you save your file. Save it. And there's another way to save project files, most especially if you want to send it to someone else. For example, if I say, what you'll be doing now, can you send it to me? How will you save it? You must save it in a bundle. We call it the ATLAS.ti bundle. I think, was it the first day I demonstrated that? So let me see, go back again how you need to do that. And it's very, very important. You see this icon, you must always click on this to save. Can you see the movement of my hand? My people.
Yes,
Yes,
we
sir.
Hello,
see.
my
Yes,
people.
we
Okay.
can see.
Is it
Okay.
possible to set it save regularly, to set it in the software, so that, for example, like in Word, say every 5 minutes save automatically? Is that possible?
Yeah, it does save automatically, but we mustn't rely on
Okay.
digital stuff. We must always, to be on the safer side. Once in a while, you just go there, you save. You see? Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you want to send your file to somebody, this one, the file of Atlas is more or less like a software. It's not something that you can just send to somebody and somebody can be able to open it. That person must have the software in the machine. So there is a way for you to save, to be able to email it to someone that so that person can be able to make use of it. You say, you click, you do it like this. We call it export. Because maybe during the course of this project, I might ask you, I say, can you export what you've done to me to review it, right? So this is how you're gonna save it so that you can be able to mail it to me, right? Then you click on the export. This is the bundle. I think this one is, it should be the one for if you are using Mac, right? And no, this, Prof, you are using Mac. It's Apple Mac. Is she there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm
Okay,
actually at the airport. Yes, I'm here.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, you said it. You'll be traveling. Safe journey. Take good care of yourself.
Thank
Okay,
you.
now, where is it? Yeah, why is this thing so funny? Why
It
is
is
that?
down here.
I'm not seeing
It is down. You see,
I said,
there's
what is
something
happening now?
project
Eh?
bundle down here.
Yeah. I
They are
said, this
there.
thing, he wants to mess me up. Here we go, right? Then you can save it anywhere. So by the time you want to email it, it's very easy. You see, these are, look at the one I said before for a student, right? It's like, the file is like in form of a PDF. Then you save it, you email it. So once it gets to me, so how will I be able to upload it? Then what I will do is this. I will say, then, not this. What is this? You see, then what I will do is that this is how I will be able to import it. Perhaps if I send you what I, remember I said I'm gonna send you my coding, right? What I did. So if how are you going to be able to open it or to put it in your system? You see the way I'm doing it. You just say import, right? Then you import it. It will take you perhaps to where you save it. Then you click on it. It's gonna open in your Atlas, in your platform, right? So yeah, that is how you're going to do it. Let me see. Yes, Mr. Dembazo.
Thank you. I have a question
Okay,
regarding the importation of the code book,
yeah.
the modified code book. Is it going to erase the existing one, or how will that work? Or we need to remove first the other
Oh,
code, the other code book?
okay. You mean this one as I'm saying I'm gonna send to them?
Yes.
Okay. No, is they're gonna create another, this is a fresh project now they're gonna create with this.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
because this is what they're gonna be using now. The one they'll be doing is for training.
okay.
So now once they get this, they must just change the title by adding the respective countries. So if it's Mozambique, add Mozambique, the other one, Senegal, terrible. Then from there they continue. They upload their document. So whatever document I've uploaded here, if it is something that is relevant to their case study, they can use it. So if it is not relevant, then they remove it and add theirs. But that one will not affect the codes and the code group.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So yeah, we talk. Yeah, we must exploratory.
Yeah.
We're talking about it. Yeah. Any question?
Yeah. Can you explain how to import file,
No.
Atlas file?
Okay.
Yeah.
How to import?
Yeah. When someone send you a file and you need to import.
Okay. Okay. You will,
Yeah.
for
File.
example, you have file. There is new, right? You
Yeah.
say
Import.
import.
Yeah.
Then you click like this. Then
Okay.
when you okay, I don't want to mess up this stuff. So when you click on it, there are still some options. They're gonna ask you whether to override.
Yeah.
You see, so you're gonna ask you certain questions, then you need to respond correctly, otherwise you mess up the files,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that is how to do it.
So how do we need to answer?
Yeah,
We
but
need
if you want it to override whatever you got there, then you say yes to override. You click the option for that, right? Then if you don't want it to override it or to override it, you said you want it to be merged with the existing ones. Then it can make there whatever you got before will remain. So if in case with instances where there are duplications, then you're gonna merge it. If you got two codes that are repetitive, let's say you got one code before, then the new incoming file got the same code. That code will be merged.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you want it to stay like that, then if you give the option to let it remain, then you're gonna have two codes, the same code,
Okay.
from the
Thank
previous one and the incoming one.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I think we can go to another stuff, man. Because this is one of the documents I sent to you. It's not only this, we need to go through the others as well, right? Okay, this is the project. I don't want that. Key them. Okay, Mr. Debazu, I think this one, I consider it very important as well. The type of key interventions. Maybe you're going to assist me here. For them to know,
I
yeah.
prepared a slide, but I was expecting you to introduce me so that I can.
Oh, man, I'm sorry for that, man. Yeah. I think at this point now, you can come in so that you present your slide. Then, if it is possible to touch on this area, because this one is very important, they must know the type of intervention that do happen so that they know what to do in terms of the type of documents they should get. And when they are coding, for example, if we are coding something related to sustainability, you must know that a project an operation should be document, implementation document, something that have already been done. So you cannot code something on sustainability on a project PAAR, project appraisal report, all those type of stuff. I don't know whether I'm making sense, Mr. Debazo. Remember yesterday you were telling me, no, that thing is not supposed to be there because this is an expected output, right? Something
Yeah.
of that nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we need to know. So can I bring you in now?
I am ready.
Okay. So I must stop sharing now.
No problem.
Okay, thanks. Why is this telling me share? I said stop sharing. I must stop sharing again. Okay.
Okay. Okay, let me share my screen.
Okay.
Oh, luckily Prof is still there. She asked yesterday. So where do I do the sharing? So how do I use this platform again? Oh, okay, I found it.
Okay.
Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Je rappelle dans une minute, je suis en formation. Okay. Colleagues, this short presentation is to see how we go from the evaluation question to our answer, or rather how the document review that we are going to be doing will take us to answer to the evaluation question, which is the key of the assignment. So answer the evaluation question. So we have 11 evaluation questions. Okay. I hope everyone's seeing it totally. So you will remember we have the questions are arranged around the evaluation criteria, 6 evaluation criteria. You have relevance, coherence, effectiveness, efficiency, impact, sustainability. So, but we've added type of stakeholder and type of intervention for a different reason. So that we are going to talk about later. So for relevance, you have 2 questions. Oh, sorry. To what extent did the objective and design of the depth action plan respond to the major challenge, priority and needs of regional member country regarding their debt situation and its management, and continue to do so as circumstances change? The second, I would say, sub-question on relevance is how and to what extent has the following guiding criteria been considered in the design of the depth action plan? So you have question. The question are abbreviated EQ. That is why this one will be EQ1A. So when you see in the quotes, you will have the relevance, that is the criteria to which the question is linked, and then the code of the question, which is EQ1A in this case, EQ1B in this case. So you have all these ones. I will not read through, but I'm just giving you the structure, how the syntax of the code are derived. So the first element is that you indicate to the coder which is the criteria that is relevant in this on this specific quotation. Let's say it will be relevant. And then the quotation, you have to indicate to which question it is attached or it is referring to. So in one case will be relevant EQ1A. And now the code can be, for example, like you have what's suggested in the code book. You may have challenges. You may have in reading the document, you may find a major challenge that a RMC faces. Then you will code that quotation as you will code that segment of text as major challenges. You see. So this is how we link the code to the question and to the criteria. Because when we are going to be doing the analysis, generating the report about the occurrence of these qualitative instances in the document, so this is how we are going to be doing it. If I see a text, if there is one occurrence in the text that is referring to major challenges, then I know if it is about relevance, then I know I have to go get codes related to relevance and question 1A. So this is why Richard was insisting that you can't do a good coding if you don't know the evaluation, in this case, the evaluation question, but in general, the objective of the research. So in this specific case, you have to master this question really well. At least if you don't have them mastered, make sure that you have this sheet in front of you. You have this sheet besides or while you are reading your document, so that anytime when you find a segment in the text, you are able, to assign the code rapidly. So I think it will also solve the issue that Roland was talking about. Because if you have this table in front of you, so it will assist you in picking the right code for when you are coding. So I think I've finished. And then let me say about the stakeholder. In some question, if you go to Annex 8 about the evaluation matrix, you will see that there is the question about coherence. They are asking to what extent, question 2, to what extent were there synergy and interlinkages between DAP action and other bank intervention, or between the DAP action and other international. So you need to map the type of stakeholder. So you have either internal player, which are from AFDB, African Development Bank. You may find in the document a reference to a department, then you will code it as a department. If it is individual staff of the bank, you will code it. If it is a core DAP team member, you code it. And when it is a regional member country, if it is a core DAP official, you will have the code. The code is in the annex to the code book that Richard presented. If it is any other public servant. But in the code that Richard shared, we need to add civil organization activists, or or private sector or enterprises. Now the type of interventions, you have policy dialogue, you have capacity building intervention, You have low-cost financing. You have debt resolution. That is, you have program-based operation. You have institutional support project. You have internal reform within the bank. You have administrative capital budget. You have technical assistance. So the definition of any of these specific type of intervention is provided in the new version of the approach paper. So this is what I wanted to share with you, so that your coding is really it's appropriate or relevant to the question. So now, if you have a question, then I will happily try and answer. Thank you.
Mr. DeBazo,
Yeah.
can you leave the slide first?
Oh, okay.
Okay. I want to add to what you just said now. You see, when you look at, for example, the evaluation question 1, the relevance, then you got, where is it now? Then from here, we created codes. For example, we got DAP action, right? Versus the challenges, the priorities, right? So you see, and we got another code here, which is about the objectives versus the challenges, the needs of the country. So it's from here that the two codes or whatever codes that we created emerge. So once you are able to understand what we are looking for here, then it will be very easy for you to comprehend the codes. You know what the codes are all about. And moreover, you see, you got the evaluation questions, the numbers attached to the codes so that you can be able to make reference. So it's not something that is difficult. So those numbers are there for easy reference. You can look at it, EQ1. Then you come here, okay, what is EQ1 talking about? Moreover, each of those codes got explanation in form of a comment that can assist you in understanding what the codes are all about. So what I will advise is this. I think we must take time to read this document very well, understand it, and we need to know as well what that project is all about, so that we can be able to know what we mean by project document. We know what we mean by document relating to strategy. We know what we mean by operations. So once we are able to discern all those stuff, we know what all those things are all about. You see that the picture will be much more clearer. Because personally, that is what I do. I took my time to study this stuff so that I can be able to understand it. Because you cannot be working on a project that you don't know what it's all about. We need to digest it. It's like you are doing a research now. How can you be researching on something that you don't know about? You see? So we need to take our time really and see how we can be able to understand this stuff. It's easy, it's not difficult. Thank you.
It needs but time.
Yeah, it's time.
You have to commit time.
Yeah.
And to read the document, the relevant document, the project document. Prof. Wawire, you have 3 of them. You have three projects. So, but Central Africa, you have only 1 project. Fabrice has only 1 project. Dr. Sambo, I think he also has only 1 project. So you have 1 project, but many other documents related to it. For example, you have the IPR. IPR are reports generated by the person in the bank that supervises the implementation of the project. So every time he goes in the field or timely, he will do even a desk review of what is going on and provide his findings on various aspects of the project. It may be the achievement, it may be the challenges that they're having. So you may have several IPRs, but the IPR typically are structured so that they are light. They are light documents. They are not bulky. So it's hard to see an IPR of more than 5 pages. It's very rare. So that's it. So you have to read it carefully, every single document, and also read the master debt action plan, because the debt action plan is separate from the project that you have in your country. So there are two different things. So when we refer to debt action in the countries, you will see the project. I think that is very important to note. So in this question, when we say, for example, to what extent did the objective and the design of the DAP respond to the measure challenge? So you have to understand the project in your country, the project in the country that you are trying to do the case study. So it's not the DAP, the big DAP, it is the project for the country. I think this distinction is very important. Okay.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
Any other question?
Yes, thank you very much. I think this is from the evaluation paper, both in the document itself and the annexure. And we can see the logic behind the naming convention of the codes and the questions. So that's quite helpful to understand. My question might be a bit of a separate question, is to follow up on an email that Richard had sent, is to make sure that each of us, at least in my case, we have we're all clear on what the project documents are, and also what we should do with I think you just clarified, for instance, what IPR is. In my case, I have multiple versions of the IPR. It's just to understand how to deal with those, and just confirm also that the master DAP is the right one that we're looking at. And I think it would be we would be good to go. At least I would be good to go on my side. But this is very helpful, as well as the ATLAS guideline, the step-by-step book that Richard presented this morning. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Ibrahim. Noted, Ibrahim.
Pardon, Dabazou. Donc, merci pour votre intervention. Donc, jusqu'à là, lorsque on faisait des études d'évaluation, on avait effectivement ces 6 points qui étaient très intéressants pour faire les évaluations. Maintenant, la nouveauté par rapport à cette étude que je découvre sur la dette, maintenant, c'est de quantifier, on passe de la qualité à la quantification. Et c'est pour ça que l'outil Atlas est important pour permettre cette quantification. Et comme je suis francophone, dans un débat avec des anglophones et surtout pour un intervenant anglophone, donc je comprends, je veux dire, comme ce sont des choses que j'ai déjà fait, donc je comprends, j'arrive à saisir et il n'y a pas de souci pour moi. Mais maintenant, c'est la maîtrise de l'outil. C'est la maîtrise de cet outil qui va me demander du temps pour m'y adapter. Et moi, je vois effectivement, lorsque vous parliez des 6 points de l'évaluation. Je suis parti sur le fichier Excel pour voir un peu avec le codebook. Et donc, j'ai vu effectivement peut faire les liens entre les différents codes et les questions d'évaluation. Ça pose pas un problème. Mais pour moi, ça va être le plus. Donc, je veux dire, le challenge pour moi, ça va être dans ce travail, le codage, comment est-ce qu'on arrive à coder, comment est-ce qu'on va faire les citations. Et les travaux qu'a fait ce matin Dr Camara sont intéressantes lorsqu'on fera les liaisons. Et donc, tout ça demande une adaptation. Il faut que je m'adapte, que je retrouve, que je vais sur le logiciel, que je puisse combiner tous ces éléments. Et lorsqu'il nous a fait à peu près le plan du rapport, on voit effectivement ce qu'on attend de nous. Là, c'est clair. Maintenant, c'est l'utilisation de cet outil qui sera pour moi un challenge parce que je dois arriver à combiner tout ça. Et ça, c'est un défi. Et je ne souhaiterais pas que je puisse m'embrouiller avec cet outil Atlas. Donc, voilà à peu près ma réflexion que je souhaitais partager avec vous, monsieur Debazou.
Richard?
Yeah.
You want me to comment what Mark Thierry has just said?
Yeah, if it is possible.
Ok. Cher Mark Thierry, je pense que c'est ça le but de cette formation parce que plus ou moins, parmi toute l'équipe, plus ou moins la plupart des gens n'ont pas la maîtrise de ce logiciel. Donc c'est pour ça que nous avons pris la peine d'associer professeur Camara à cet exercice. Mais je pense que au début de cette session, il a présenté un guide, si je peux dire, pas à pas, de ce qu'il y a lieu de faire. Et ces documents sont disponibles. Il avait envoyé ces documents déjà avant la formation. Mais malheureusement, beaucoup ne l'ont pas lu. Voilà, beaucoup n'ont pas lu ce document parce que ça aurait pu aider. Il y a même un tutoriel et tu m'as dit que tu l'as fait et je pense que nous sommes là pour assister. Si tu as une difficulté spécifique, voilà, nous allons y répondre. C'est ce que je peux dire. So he was just saying it's a challenge for him to use the software. So I was responding that you did share a step-by-step guide. But it looks like people don't read it. You even share a tutorial how to do the coding and how to import the code book. So it's very critical that every one of us commit time to read the document. You have to read the methodological document. You also have to read the project document themselves, line by line. That is why the approach of the keyword that Richard was suggesting, I was a bit uncomfortable because people may interpret it as an escape not to read thoroughly the document. No, you have to read the document thoroughly. So the tip that he was sharing, how to go fast by using keywords, I think we have to be careful in using that. That would be what I can respond to Mark Thierry, and I hope it will resonate with other participants. So there is also one hand.
Can I add to what you said? Before,
yes,
sorry, Ibrahim. Yeah.
Yes.
What I want to say is this. I'm really prepared to go all the way to assist everyone to make sure that this project is a success. So the problem is this. When I send something to you, maybe a video clip, because why I decided to send video clip is that because I know some of us we don't speak the same language, right? So that video clip is something that I believe we assist in making sure in going a long way that we make people to understand. But what I'm going to do, I'm not going to stop here. I'm going to keep on assisting you, supporting you. I'm going to do other video clips like what I've demonstrated here now. I'm going to do video clip for every of this stuff. I will send to you. So when you read it, when you watch the video, then you see how the operations is being done in Atlas. And with that, once you you watch the video, there is no way you're not going to understand how to do this stuff. So there's nothing to be afraid of, or there's nothing to be skeptical about whether you'll be able to use the software. Obviously, as long as you are here and you cooperate, we send materials to you and you make use of those materials, obviously you are going to do a good job. Like I said, I repeat, I'm going to be sending you some video clips that can assist you. Thanks. Yeah, Ibrahim.
Merci Richard, merci de Bazou. Donc, j'ai pas seulement, je veux dire, découvert le document. Tous mes documents, je les ai traduits en français. Et c'est pour ça que j'ai demandé l'enregistrement des présentations de Monsieur Dr Camara depuis les premiers jours. C'est pour retravailler derrière et maîtriser, parce que je ne veux pas effectivement en cours de chemin ne pas maîtriser la chose. Si je ne maîtrise pas la chose, je préfère ne jamais participer. Et donc, c'est pour ça que j'ai demandé dès le début à M. Camara, et merci pour l'envoi de 2 tutoriels précédents que j'ai visionnés des dizaines de fois pour être sûr d'avoir compris. Donc, comme il l'a dit, qu'on peut les contacter pour chaque souci. Vraiment, je les remercie pour la réussite de cette étude. Merci. Merci de Bazou, merci M. Camara.
D'accord.
There is another hand up, Prof.
Prof.
Yes.
Lembot.
Yes, well, please let me speak in French.
Okay.
S'il vous plaît, je remercie le professeur Camara et M. Debazou pour cette formation. C'est nouveau, ce logiciel pour moi. Et je crois que j'ai rejoint les préoccupations de M. Ibrahim parce que pour moi, particulièrement, je ne pense pas avoir reçu les vidéos. Je ne sais pas quand est-ce que ça a été envoyé. Peut-être que ça m'aurait permis d'avancer un peu, d'être un peu en avant par rapport à ce que j'ai appris depuis le mardi passé, depuis 3 jours. Donc, je souhaiterais avoir cette vidéo si c'est possible. Et la question que je voulais poser, c'est que dans le document Making That Work for Africa, le premier tableau résume les 5 objectifs du DAP et les 17 actions. Les 17 actions sont réparties dans les 5 objectifs. Je voulais savoir si les 17 actions ont été mises en œuvre dans tout le pays au même moment. Est-ce qu'on peut avoir pour chaque pays les actions qui ont été mises en œuvre et à quel moment? Ça, c'est une question que je voulais poser. Et tout à l'heure, M. Debazou disait qu'en Centrafrique, il y a un projet. Je crois que ce projet to support revenue mobilization and transparency of development policy. C'est ce projet que M. Ali m'avait déjà envoyé, j'ai eu la peine de le lire. Mais il m'avait aussi envoyé un programme d'appui à la consolidation des réformes économiques et sociales. Bon, je me demandais bien si ça faisait partie des projets. Donc voilà un peu de quelques questions que je voulais poser.
Richard, can I respond?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. C'est très intéressant ce que vous dites. Et oui, après, il y a aussi le professeur Biharim qui veut prendre la parole. Je réponds d'abord aux préoccupations du professeur Nembot. Non, effectivement, les documents de Richard a envoyé les documents vendredi 29. Tu es dans la liste. Il a envoyé les clips vendredi 29. Et samedi le 30, il a envoyé les documents, des liens vers les documents. La seule personne qui n'a été pas sur la liste, c'est le professeur Camden. Donc, tous les autres sont là. Tous les autres ont reçu ce document. Donc, allez dans vos messages. Samedi, le 30 à 22h58. Ça, c'est heure d'Abidjan. Et vendredi, vous avez deux vidéos qui vous ont été envoyées le vendredi à 13h26 avec le codebook. Voilà. Donc, ça, c'est la première chose. Deuxième chose, everyone had received the clips to the tutorial. There are 2 tutorials. You receive it, everyone receive it from Richard Friday at late night. That's around, it was midday, 1:26 p.m. You receive the 2 videos with the code book. And on Saturday, you receive the link to all the training materials. So you have it there. So that's it. Now let me go to the substance, the question related to the debt action plan. Oui, Prof Nembot, le plan d'action de la banque, c'est le document de plan d'action à l'échelle de la banque, avec les 17 actions. Toutefois, certaines actions sont mises en œuvre à travers des projets. Je me suis trompé, la Centrafrique a 2 projets, pas 1. Donc, c'est effectivement 2 projets. Donc, chaque pays a reçu des projets dans le sens de mettre en œuvre le plan d'action de la banque. Donc, votre étude de cas, ça sera comment est-ce que cet assistant de la banque a contribué à résoudre le problème de la dette. Comment se présente le problème de la dette dans ce pays et comment est-ce que l'assistant de la banque a été structuré pour répondre à ce pays, à ces difficultés. C'est pour ça que la question 1, on regardait dans quelle mesure est-ce que l'action a été pertinente par rapport aux problèmes locaux. Donc, oh, sorry. Donc, dans votre cas, vous allez regarder si les objectifs du projet, de l'un ou de l'autre projet, ont permis de résoudre le problème de la dette qui a été identifié. Donc, c'est ça un peu votre étude de cas. Donc, vous n'essayez pas de regarder l'ensemble des 17 actions et les 5 objectifs du plan d'action. Non. Vous regardez au niveau de votre projet uniquement. Parce que vous êtes en train de faire l'étude du cas dans en République centrafricaine. J'espère que j'ai été... Je vais dire la même chose en anglais. Let me repeat what I just said in French because this is the key to the success. So, Prof. Nembo was saying that the debt action plan has 5 objectives and 17 actions. I was saying that is true, but your case, you are going to work on the case study of a specific country or a specific organization. So at the level of the country, you are not going to be looking at the debt action, those 17 actions that was that the bank planned to undertake, but you are going to be looking at the component of the project for the country, and after having described how the debt problem manifests itself in the country. So what is the debt problem? What is the challenge that this project is trying to solve in the country? So for people who have 3 projects, you will find a way to tell us if it is the same problem or if it is not. So you are going to tell us. So you will have, analysis for each of these projects and at the country level. So this is the rationale. So in Central African Republic, they have 2 projects. In Kenya, I think they have 3. In the Gambia, I think they have 1. For ATAF, that is African Tax Administration Forum, I think there is 1 project. You have the COMESA, common market, something like that. And so you have this. So this is how you are going to undertake it. So when you have in the evaluation question, it is about the DAP action. For country case study, you have to understand the DAP project, you know. So this is what I wanted to say. I hope I answered Professor Nembot's question. Prof, est-ce que j'ai répondu à tes préoccupations? Prof
Merci,
Nembot.
M. Debazou.
Yeah.
J'ai bien suivi. Je crois que vous nous avez édifiés.
Okay. Bon, maintenant, tu as aussi parlé de mapping. Bon, just give me one moment. I will show you. I was looking for something to say about the mapping. You know, each project you have to map it back to the actions of the DAP, to the DAP. So let me. I prepared a table for that. You will find it in the new version of the approach paper. Where is it?
Mr. Debazo, sorry to disturb you, man. There is something I want to clarify here.
Okay, go on. While I'm looking for the document.
Yes, as you said just now, it's the case study consultant. They have to deal on the project in their respective country. There is something I want to say. I don't know if I'm wrong. You tell me. I said in doing that, it doesn't stop them as well from reviewing the multi-dimensional action plan for the DAP project. For the DAP action, is it action? Yeah,
DAP action.
Yeah. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they must as well look at that multi-dimensional action plan and see how it aligns with their respective country, with their respective country in terms of their needs, their priority and challenges. Do you understand what I'm trying to say now? Yeah. I think they should have that type of document as well to know about the multidimensional action plan, how it aligns with the needs, challenges, and priority of their respective countries as well.
No, that will be confusing, I think, a bit. Because they are doing case study for for specific country. So they are not looking at the broader picture because the DAP action plan was for all the countries. But now they are looking, if you read the rationale of the case, the multiple case study analysis, you know, we want to understand better finally what's happening in that specific country. What is the main challenge in that country? What has been the form? That is why we have the type of intervention. What has been the type of intervention in that specific country? To what extent they were successful or not? And why were they successful and why did they fail if they fail? So this is what we are trying to do. So I don't know what I'm trying to open. This one is not opening. Oh, okay. Give me a moment. I wanted to show how we have to map in every case study. We need to. Oh, where is it? So okay, it's here. It was already open. So it is in Annex 10. So in Annex 10. So in Annex 10, it's an annex for you to collect the data about the achievement of the project. So you see this table. Do you see my screen?
It's still the previous screen.
Oh, let me.
No, we are not seeing your screen.
Okay. Can you see it now? Can you see the screen now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me enlarge it.
Yes, yes, we can see now.
Yeah. Is it clear enough? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So this table, this Annex 10 is the annex that you are going to use to record the achievements. So for us to do what Professor Richard was saying, that we have to map back anything that we have done in the country to the DAP action, the 17 DAP action and the 5 DAP objectives. So, for example, if I take the case of Central African Republic, you have the project A and project B. So you will say, okay, project B, because in a project, you might have operation. Operation in the language of the bank means the instrument that is used. Because you may have one project, but with several instruments. One instrument may be technical assistance, and the other one may be a loan. Let's say a program-based operation or an institutional support project, for example. And you have the second project, which can be simply an international institutional support project or a training that is capacity building, you see. So what you have to do is that for project A, you have to identify if there is one or several operations, you map it down. And for each, you have to map it back to the DAP action. You have the 17 DAP action, which are here now, you see. These are the objectives. You see the screen. You have the objectives here. Objective 1 of the DAP action plan. So you have to make a link between these objectives or action. This is action 1.1, action 1.2, action 2.1, action 2.1. Action 1.1 because it is referring to objective 1. Action 2.1 because it is referring to objective 2. You will have same here. You see? So, so you have to map the project of your country to the DAP action and to the objective. So it will help us when we are going to generate the evaluation report for the map, for the DAP action plan, that we capture the specific achievements from individual projects at the higher level. So here also, this is one that you are going to record the achievement. So if you find information from reviewing the documents of the project, if you find any of the achievements related to this, then you are going to put this up here in this table. You see? So this is the expected output of the DAP action plan, the overall one. So we have the name of each of them here. So this is what I wanted to share with you so that you have a good understanding about the linkages between the project and the DAP action plan, so that you know that we are not trying to do only the DAP action plan, but we are doing the DAP action plan at the level of the country, the way it is implemented in the country. So before I give the floor to Professor Nia, so any question or comment on this presentation? Okay, if there is no, Richard, should I give the floor to Professor Nia?
Okay. Is Professor Nyang?
Yes, yes, Richard. I will speak in French like my colleagues, my francophone colleagues. Ok. Bon, moi, je pense que c'est juste pour remercier M. Debazo, hein, je crois que pour les présentations que vous venez de faire. Hein. je vais me lever ma main plutôt après votre présentation sur le lien, surtout avec les questions d'évaluation. Bon, en tout cas, moi, ça m'a beaucoup éclairé. Hein. Et je me suis demandé même si pourquoi vous n'avez pas fait ça plus tôt. Hein. Je crois que personnellement, ça m'aurait aidé à être mieux dans le bain depuis. Hein. Même je me rappelle une question que je vais poser hier, c'était à propos de ça. Parce qu'une bonne partie du travail repose sur le codage. Mais avec cette présentation, on voit nettement quelle est la logique qui est derrière. Et comment aussi on choisit les noms des codes. C'est la question que j'ai posée hier, mais avec ça, tout devient facile. Comme dit Richard, c'est facile. Si effectivement, bon, on rentre par la bonne porte, quoi. En tout cas, c'est une observation que je voulais faire. Et je vous remercie vraiment pour ça, parce que personnellement, ça m'a permis vraiment de mieux comprendre tout ça. Bon, je peux vous dire la même chose comme commentaire pour le deuxième tableau que vous avez présenté. Là aussi, je pense que vraiment, en termes de méthodologie, en tout cas à mon niveau, ça éclaire beaucoup les choses. Et vraiment, merci encore une fois.
OK. Merci, prof.
Ibrahim.
Okay.
I see your hand is up.
Merci, merci Richard. Donc, je reviens à M. Dabazou. Donc, je pense que c'est la première fois que nous rentrons dans le vif du sujet concernant l'évaluation avec le deux tableaux que vous venez de présenter. Mais est-ce qu'il ne serait pas plus opportun que nous revoyions effectivement tous les documents de l'évaluation que vous nous avez envoyés pour qu'on puisse avoir avec l'ensemble des collègues une discussion plus approfondie, ou bien chaque consultant local va attendre que effectivement son superviseur soit en contact avec lui pour qu'il revoie un peu tous ces documents de l'évaluation. Merci.
Let me take this, Richard.
Yeah.
Oui, let me share my screen again. Mais je voudrais dire, Ibrahim, personne ne va superviser vos lectures. Personne ne va le faire. Parce que ce serait déjà insultant. Vous avez les documents avec vous, vous les lisez, et vous les codez. Maintenant, si vous avez des questions spécifiques, on peut discuter avec vous. Mais personne ne va superviser. On ne va pas faire une lecture assistée. Ça ne va pas se faire. De un, parce qu'on a autre chose à faire. Et de deux, ça fait partie de votre mandat. Donc, vous devez consacrer du temps à cela.
D'accord, pardon.
Mais maintenant, pour le faire, je comprends qu'il y a une préoccupation derrière pour comprendre les contenus. Donc, let me also say that in English. I was saying to Ibrahim that nobody will be reading the document with them, with the consultant. No. Consultants have accepted to undertake that assignment, and part of the assignment is to read the documents, code them, and analyze them and write a case report. Now, if you have specific requests to understand specific aspects, then we can chip in to clarify. But we are not going to be reading together a document. No, that will not happen. But I also sense that maybe we need to go through each of the type of document and see what document contains what. So that when you want to pick the qualitative data, then you know where it's likely to be found. So let me share this short presentation with you that present the content of each document. I was referring to IPR, implementation progress and results report. So let me share it with you. So you have the questions there again. Now, this is the DAP document. This is the DAP action plan, the multidimensional action plan of the bank, the one Professor Nembot was referring to. Donc ici, c'est le plan d'action multidimensionnel là-bas. Donc voilà un peu sa table de matière. Donc, il présente le problème tel que la banque l'a perçu, et maintenant, il propose des actions que la banque va mettre en place.
Depasso, are you sharing the document?
Oh, you don't see it?
Yeah, we
Oh,
haven't seen it.
apology.
We still have.
Apology. Oh, I really apologize. Sorry. I am an ignorant. I'm illiterate. I'm Zoom illiterate. Okay, can you see the screen now? Oh,
Yes.
okay. So this is the, this is to show the content of
Yes, now, yes.
the
Thank
document.
you.
Yeah, okay. So this is the debt action plan, the multidimensional debt action plan of the bank. So this is the outline, the content of the document. I try to put it in one page so that you can have a glance to it. So you have the rationale of the debt action plan, the debt action plan itself with the objective and the action, and then the arrangement that were set up to implement the debt action plan. You have the program and the instrument, you have the partnership, human resource capacity, all these things. You have the result-based framework, that is how what is the theory behind the thing. So they try to map it there. So this annex 1 is the one that you have in annex 10.2 of the approach paper. So now these are the project, the other category of document that you can find. I shared with some of you yesterday the access to the document. So those documents are grouped into 5 categories. You will have AFDB corporate level document. You will have AFDB DAP action plan document. Those are documents related to the DAP. You will have documents related to the debt policy and the strategy, debt policy and strategy related document. You will have documents from other development partners, and then you will have project documents. Those are project relevant to your specific project. Sorry. Okay. So at the end of the background document, you will have an Excel file, which is like list all the project and by country. And this color chart, the V means that the document is available. The cross means that the document is not available. You see, so let's say for the first, for Angola, for example, in that folder, the project appraisal report is there, but you don't have the evaluation note. So this title is not correct. It's the evaluation note, because in the bank, at times the independent development evaluation department takes the project completion report. When a project is completed, the project staff write what we call a project completion report. And at times, IDEF go and validate those reports and generate what we call evaluation note. It's not evaluation report like you will find the ER. No, it's evaluation notes, EN. And then you will have implementation progress and result report, IPR. So these are the type of document that you have. And you will also find in that Excel sheet the name of the person in the bank that manages that project. So if you want to contact them, you will have the name. You will also have their email. So you can write to them. Once we are going to do the connection, remember I was saying you don't need to contact people at this stage. At the moment, we are going to inform everyone that, okay, look, our team has started the job, so that if you send a message, they will know that, yes, those are people who are entitled. So this is what is in the folder. Now, what is in a project appraisal report? This is what you may find in a project appraisal report. If I'm very fast, you tell me. So this is the structure of the project appraisal report. So you have the project description, you have the cost estimate, you have the arrangement, procurement, implementation arrangement, financing arrangement, and then you will have detail. You will have detail in the annex. So this is what you have. So this project appraisal report sets the concept of the project. It says what is the project want to achieve, how the project want to achieve it. You have the project objectives, how the project want to achieve it, and how they are going to achieve it. That's arrangement. You have
Mr. DeBazo, can I chip in something there?
Of course.
Okay. Well, that area now, you can be able to utilize the code for relevance.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, yes, thank you. So for relevance, it's at the design stage. You see, if you deem that this design is relevant for you, so you will read it and see to what extent the project objectives matches the major challenges regarding the debt in that country, you see. So that's where you have the relevance. Now you have the implementation progress and report result. This is how it is presented. You know, it's tabulated. There is less narrative, but most of it, it's a tabulation of the result. So the task manager name, the name of the project, you know, the report data, the date of the report, you see, the mission, desk supervision 01. This one, he didn't travel to the country. He sat in his desk and reviewed all the project documents. So you have it here. You have the project data. You have the executing, implementing agency, you see. So you have everything there. Continued. So this is the content of IPR. So you have the progress towards development objectives. So the guy will put a short narrative there, a summary. So you are going to review it. You will review it for when you will be dealing for effectiveness. To what extent have they achieved the objective? So this is where you will get the information.
Yeah.
You see, so you have the risk, the key issue affecting the project, the correction issue around sustainability. Maybe this can inform your review, you know. Okay. Project cancellation due to slow disbursement. The project risk becoming eligible for cancellation due to slow disbursement, you know. Close follow-up and support usually to ensure launching activity. So this is what you have in a typical IPR. You have result reporting and assessment. Progress towards development objective, you have everything. So the outcome, you also have the outputs, you see. So the outcome, they will have the base value, the most recent value, the target value, and the comment of the assessment. So you have to code all these ones, all this information.
Yeah. We've got codes for all those ones.
Yeah, so you will use the code, the available code, you know, to code all these segments of data. Okay, now we go to project completion report. So at the end, like I was saying, when all the activities are implemented, you have to write a project completion report. This is the section of this project completion report. You have a basic data, you have report data, responsible bound staff, those are involved, and then you have the recall of project data, and then you have relevance. You know, the task manager of the project will rate relevance, he will rate effectiveness. He will rate every of the criteria that you know: relevance, effectiveness, efficiency, sustainability, and all this one. So this is the example for is rating regarding effectiveness, outcome reporting. So you will fill in the boxes. Output reporting. So all the expected output, you will put, the output, recent value, and so on and so forth. Development objective rating. So you will put everything here. So this is how you get it. And then at the end, you have also unanticipated or additional outcome. The guy will say something there. And then you will have this overall rating. What the guy said, you will say, no, it is 3.5. 3.5, you will find the definition of 3.5 there. So you can code the 3.5, or you can go code but the definition of that rating. So this is the document that are available. So Fabrice was asking about multiple versions. So if you have the same document having several versions, of course, I will recommend that you use the latest version. But at times, it's if you may find interesting things in previous versions. So if you have a reasonable time, I will also recommend that you read all the 3 versions to see what is different. What is the difference in there? Because the difference as an evaluator, it might give you some clue about some interesting stuff going on there. As an evaluator, you want to know why this version is so different from the other version. So it can be very interesting for you to know that. But if you are just reading it like a novel, then you just have to rush to the latest version. But as an evaluator, it will be good to read all 3 versions. So that's what I can say about it. So now you have all
code the latest one, the Bazoo?
The project completion report.
No. The IPR comes in the IPR comes in 3 forms. For instance, if I want to code information that I got from the IPR, should I use all of them, all 3, or should I just code the latest one?
No, because ATLAS.ti, if I followed very well my lesson from Richard, you have the code goes with a document, So if you have 3 versions, easy for coding, you code everything, because every version will be a separate document. Am I correct, Richard?
Yeah, because when you are analyzing, because every course has got codes attached to each document. When you are explaining now, you can say, okay, this one was from the implementation progress report.
Version 1.
Yeah.
You see? So ATLAS.ti will generate it automatically because every quotation is attached to a document source. That is why you have to upload your document. So for you, it's like it's a different document, ATLAS.ti interprets it as a different source. Now, if there is, when we are going to reach the stage of analysis, maybe you will have this co-occurrence happening. Am I correct, Richard?
Yeah. Mr. Dibazo, can you go back to the project completion report? There was a place where I saw anticipated.
Yeah, it's here.
Anticipated, okay. So we got a code there. We got a code for, we call it unintended.
Yeah.
The code that we created there is unintended. We got codes for intended and unintended outcomes that you can use to code that area. Thank you, Mr. Debazo.
Okay. Any other comments?
I think this was what I was expecting, Mr. Debazo, because what you did now is very nice. Because my mind was telling me that, guys need to know this thing very well. From here, we know what type of document to use, and going forward, it will make things to be much more easier. Thanks a lot.
Okay. So I will share this. I will share this with all of us. These 2 slides.
So, thank you very much. This answers a lot. So when we look at the situational document file, if there's a X, it means it's not available, but we still do the analysis, right? Because there's no PCR, for instance. There's no notes for me, but it's fine. We'll just do the ones that we have, right?
Yeah, what we have, first of all, because we are having maybe some technical challenge. When you find that you don't have IPR or project concept note, it means that your project is still ongoing.
Ongoing.
Yeah, so you have to check. If your project is ongoing, it means that, okay, you might not have, you can't expect to have a PCR, because PCR is for projects that are completed. But you have to liaise to us to make sure that the document missing is not because of a technical issue, but because there is no such document. So if you don't see it, claim for it, and then we will cross-check to make sure that we don't have it anywhere, and then we will inform you. And then we are going to rely only on the primary sources of the data. That is the interviews.
Okay, I think it's still ongoing. You're right. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's great.
Any other question? Okay.
Professor Wawire, what's up?
So,
No, I'm listening, Richard.
Okay.
And they have discovered that there are some documents that I need.
Okay.
For example, this DAB document
Yeah.
and the approach paper, the final one.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Noted.
Then I've also
approach
discovered.
paper the approach paper is not yet final, because we still have one validation stage. What we call the evaluation reference group has not yet given their comments on that paper. So these are things that are delaying our process, you know.
Okay.
So, and then we are not going to the field. We can't, by the procedure, we can't go to the field if we don't have the clearance from the evaluation reference. And that is part of the delay that we are having, you know.
Understood.
Thank
Then
you.
I'm also learning that among the team, I have more work than any other person, because I have 3 projects. Then I have to evaluate each one of them. That's fine.
Kenya is a big country. I hope you are not complaining. Kenya is
No, I'm not complaining, because I didn't even know that some people have only one project.
Maybe you need to sublet.
It's also, they have a complicated assignment. For example, those
What is happening to my network?
Working on regional organization.
I think it's the network of the person.
They are different.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So maybe it's a sign that I should stop speaking. Over to you, Richard.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Dembazo. With this, you provided us deep insight. You know, in going forward, it can help us, because this was what I was harboring in my mind, the fear that if we don't know exactly the type of document that we need to utilize, whether you have the most articulated codes, then it's going to be a problem for us to utilize the code. Now you've been able to explain to us in detail. I think today now everybody will be happy. So guys, it's by my time keep here, it's 12:35 South African time. I don't know whether we can observe a little small break, then a break of 15 minutes. Then we come back in at what time now? 15, then 12:50. So it's just a suggestion. If it is something that you accept, then we can go on break.
That's okay.
If there is no other question.
So just a quick one for Debazo. Given that the final approach paper is outstanding, please confirm we'll receive a notification from you on when to start, right? From your earlier email, we were meant to start from the 15th of September. Over.
Yes, it's unfortunately we are having another delay. So, but what I'm doing now, I will connect you to, I will give you access to the latest version of the approach paper, because like we all see, it's very important that you see all you see how your work maps to other people's contributions, and what are the tools that you may be using, because what Richard has presented is training us to is just the qualitative part of it, how to review the document using ATLAS.ti to facilitate our job. So, but there are other aspects that is very interesting for you to know: the evaluation question, the DAP actions, all these aspects. It's very interesting for you. It will be very good for you to read it. The approach paper itself is 32 pages, but you have a lot of annexes. A lot of annexes. Yeah.
Then thank you for that. And yes, we know it's a lot of content to go through, and we are going through it. Thanks for that. The other part is we did send you or shared with you a list of potential respondents. Has any communication gone out to, like in my case, to the African Capacity Building Foundation, or that's still pending?
Pending. So we are, like I said, we will get in touch with the people that you are going to work with, and we are going to share. Obviously, we are going to reschedule everything, but we are going just to change it, the dates, and then send to those people. For them now, once they have it, we are going to put you in contact with them, and then they are going to assist you in finalizing, the dates for the appointment. So that's the process we generally follow. Otherwise, if you go there, you may face difficulty. People may be reluctant to share their perspective with you or their document. So when we have that clearance, we are sure that the avenue is open for you to proceed with the work. So
Thank
that's
you so
how
much.
we do it.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. And we are sorry for the delay. Yeah? Very sorry.
No problem.
We appreciate.
So, guys, as we said, we're going to go for 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, try to upload the document into Atlas, and I'll try to upload mine now. Let me see whether I have done that already. I think it's not here. Okay. Let me upload mine. Okay, where did I save it? Mozambique. It should be this. All right. Siri. Siri. Hello.
Yes, Richard.
I
Yeah,
say
yeah.
this one was what you were struggling with yesterday. Look.
Yeah, let me open it and be sure.
Okay. You see
Yeah.
how did you see how I'm enlarging it?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
You see? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Now
Yeah.
it's
You see?
easier for me now to
Yeah.
increase the size.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is try to upload yours. This one is a project appraisal report
Yeah.
for
Okay.
Mozambique. So like what Mr. Bazo have explained, you have the objective here. This one was done before the project. It's a kind of a feasibility report. Then we are going to, most of the codes that we are going to apply here is mostly relevance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went through it yesterday. I created some codes and I highlighted it on the document, on the PDF document, but unfortunately something else happened to my computer, so it disappeared. I couldn't see it. So, but anyway, irrespective of that, we can always make a way. And this document is not a lot, right? It's not a lot of stuff that compared to the one we were doing yesterday that is very clumsy. I don't know whether you had time to read through, but I know you wouldn't have time to read through this morning because, yeah, I sent it this morning. So let's look for the objectives. There's a kind of methodology I've devised now. Instead of you searching it here, maybe if you have the project document, if you have it, you can save it somewhere and search for it. Let's search for the objective. No, this one is straightforward. It's not too much. We can easily get the objective. On this. Okay. See. There's this one, or the one I coded, I took out. Where is the specific
Yeah, you can
objective?
see you can see objective on page
Okay.
on page
I'm
5.
looking for this extract where it says the specific objective is to strengthen sustainable public debt management.
Oh, okay.
Mm. Okay, see it here. Right. Can you see it? the specific, right? The
Yes.
specific objective is
Yeah.
to threaten sustainable. Okay. So what I did, I use a code, relevant code to code that. I used this code, what is it? Relevance, right? The project relevance. Where is it? Right. You see, this one is spanning through 2 pages, but it's not a problem. So by the time you print out the quotations, then you can be able to align it, to correct it. Okay, the specific objective is to strengthen sustainable public debt management, including capacity to issue climate-related debt instrument to mobilize resources for much-needed green investment. This project will help, it will help Mozambique implement the recommendation of the SADC peer review panel on improving the country's compliance with the established regional convergence. Okay, you see, this quotation, we're gonna apply many codes here, not only one. This my machine is frozen. Yes.
Why not only one? Why several codes?
Yeah, because you see here, it recommendation of, you see, SADC is involved here now, partnership, right? There's a code for partnership. There is another code created for anything that is climate related. So
Okay.
those 3 codes will be applied.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is very interesting because
Mm.
it's a lot of reading to get some things out of this project objective. That's fine. Yeah. Now I
Yeah.
get it. Mm.
Okay. Now we first apply this. Project relevance, right? The perception. Now let's go to the one I created yesterday. You see, the one for the SADC peer review, you see this code can be applied there, right? You even see the explanation I put here. Implement the recommendation of SADC peer review panel macroeconomic convergence, right? So there is a code we got that is already created in terms of coherence. It complements regional framework. Then we use this as well.
This document, you are, it's your own document or you shared with us? This Word document.
Oh, no, I didn't share this one with you. The one I shared with you is just this document that you need to upload. Oh, you struggling now in terms of copying the codes and paste. Are you having a little bit of challenge in copying the codes? But you see the code that I applied there, then you can search it. You can search for it there. This one over here. But are you following what I'm doing? Is it confusing? So when you look here now, this is where the gradedness, the what we call the density, right? So there is a kind of relationship now between these two codes, whereby you use two codes in one quotation. So you create that what we call the density. So there's a relationship, right? So there's one other interested, there's one other something that is interesting here now. This climate related. Let me see whether I've got a code for that here. Trying to search here. It's coming. You see, let me tell you the use of this, right? You see, this is suggested, this AI that is suggesting the codes based on the code book, based on the code that you got here. This one is not me, it's AI that is doing this. But what you want, what I'll be doing is I'll click on this. I think I've got a code somewhere for climate related. I don't know where I put that code. Okay, we can as well use this align with other strategies.
I'm sorry, Richard.
You know
Can
why
you
we
look up
say it's align? Yeah.
could you so you highlighted, you right click. When you have the drop down menu of
Yeah, the
codes,
codes. Yeah. Then I
can you
select the
just
one
search
that is
within
relevant.
that menu and type in align climate objective relevance or
Yeah, I was trying to look for the code for this climate related depth instrument. So I don't have it. I couldn't get it in the search. But I'm trying to code this one now because it said must implement the recommendation of SADC peer review on improving it. So it's aligned with other strategies. So that is the code I want to apply now. So it's going to be three codes being used here. So is any question?
For learning purposes,
Yeah.
why don't we just work with where the cursor is? You right click and look for the three chords instead of going to your document.
Okay. Instead of, because I already created just to make, I don't want us to be stuck in one place, to move. That is why I'm
No,
going to my
no, no, no.
document.
This one is just for learning purposes, just for this one only. Then others you
Okay.
can use
Okay.
what you created.
For example, now you can say other strategies, right? Okay, let me see. We're supposed to be able to give me here if I search it, other strategies. You see, from there you can pick it like this. Is this what you were talking about?
Yes, that's what I was talking about.
Okay.
Then we can do this SADC one.
Okay. Now, there was one area that was very interesting as well, which was the objective to provide management services. Let me see where it is. No, not that. This the proposed operation is aligned with the bank selectivity framework. Bank selectivity framework. Let's search here. I'll look for it quickly. Right. This here. Okay. Yeah. What was interesting here, principle of selectivity and the alignment with other strategies. Then you align, you highlight. Propose operations. Propose operations. Right. Strategy, strengthening of governance, and comparative advantage, focus on certain DAP has incorporated benchmark success for stories in the design. Okay, let's right. Yes, Mr. Dembazo.
I want to make a difference here because
Yeah.
what you are saying there, that is a statement of the author of the document. His statement is that the operation is aligned.
Yeah. No, I'm
That is
talking
his statement.
okay.
But
Yeah,
as
this
an
one,
evaluator, you have to check. You have to give your own opinion, no?
yeah, but this one
Or
is
you are okay, this
this
is document review.
document. Yeah, because
Okay,
this one
understand. Okay.
will just call. Yeah, all right.
This is a document review. Understand?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
it's different.
yeah. We're
Okay,
not
okay.
started discussing. Okay.
Okay, then I understand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're talking about the principle of selectivity. Principle. Oh, let's put selectivity. Okay. Principles of selectivity. Right? About this is about the project. Right. So you see, now it's becoming even much more easier for you to utilize the code. You just use a key term there where you highlighted. Then you use look that one to search for the code. Then it come out. Then you can code it. Can you see that? So that problem of saying we don't understand this code or we cannot be taking us time to look for the code, I think that problem is getting solved now. What do you think, guys? My people.
I agree with you.
You see?
Sorry, Richard, I agree with you, but I think that's what the other gentleman said before. Can we just stick to the document within Atlas itself instead
but
of
that is
going
what
back to?
No,
No,
why I
but
went back there, right? Because remember, if I don't go back, I'm going back there because I've already read it and noted some areas of concern. You see? So if I say, okay, let's start reading it here now, it's gonna take us a long time for us to be able to read through. You see? But in terms of looking for the code, it's very easy. Like I said, now you just use a key term here, selectivity, which you are interested in. Then you type it here on the search platform here, then the code will come out, just like what I did here now. I know what I'm looking for is selectivity, principles of selectivity. Then you say selectivity, right? Then you got, how many quotations you got here now? You got for evidence, you're not looking for the first one. It's not evidence, it's not the design, right? It's the project, that project. Then you put it there, right?
Thank
So,
you.
yeah. But based on what we discussed yesterday and the questions, the queries that were raised, we say we are going to see what we can do to be able to do a kind of explanation modification so that most of you are going to be able to understand it. Otherwise, we could as well do it like this. We read through together. So where we see that is interesting, then we code it. Do you understand what I mean? Maybe that is what you are suggesting. Specifically, this the strategy, right? Highlight economic governance as a key bank comparative advantage. Thus, an area for continued focus for the bank, including through technical assistance, right? Maybe here we can code it a kind of a support. But we can't put a support here now because this thing is a project appraisal. So you cannot use any of this support here because these are for effectiveness. So you can't use it here because it's a present document. So these are some of the intricacies that we need to consider when you are coding. So we must take into consideration the type of document. Yeah.
A question.
Yeah.
Now that this is a press report,
yeah,
and there will be, let's say, completion report talking
yes, project
about
completion of report. If the project is already completed.
Talking about selectability again. From the coding here, will I know which statement came from where?
From the coding, you'll be able to know because the design, right? This project design. Because at this stage, we are talking about the project design at project appraisal report stage. Mr. Basil, if I'm talking wrong thing or if I'm not saying the right thing, you can correct me.
Sorry?
What I said, at this stage of project report appraisal, right, is at the design stage. So we cannot be talking about effectiveness and, with utilizing those other codes here.
Yes, this is just about the design.
Yeah.
And maybe, yes, and we can identify the expected result.
Yeah. So effectively, the type of code you're going to use
I think what I'm asking is,
yeah,
you can do interviews, for example, and then somebody still talks about the design of the project. And in the appraisal report, you have already coded. So the interview and the appraisal report might have the same code.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the same code because they are talking about the same thing. For example, question 1A is to what extent did the objective and design responded to the major challenges? So you may have the code in several documents. It's not just the question, the code
answered.
Yeah, you can the segment of the text related to that to the design, you can find it in the appraisal report. or even the project completion report.
Fine.
Can I add to what Mr.
Sorry,
Basu
Richard, why
just
are
said?
we?
Yes, sorry, I'm going to come back to you. Let me quickly add to what Mr. Basu have just explained. Professor Wawure, remember we have something like triangulation, right?
Yes.
Because we are using two sources here, project review and interview, right? So the more the two are able to speak together, the more quality we are going to be attained. So it's good if what the document review is revealing and is being validated by the interview. So it's not a problem. You use the same code because these
Thank you.
codes are developed not only for document review, for the interviews as well.
Got it.
Yeah, cheers. Yes, Mania, Mr.
Yeah, it's no
I
problem.
call you Mania. I'm
Why are you
using
not
South
taking
African
the
language.
why are you not highlighting the end of the paragraph that says specifically this strategy highlights strengthening economic governance, etc.
Okay, you see why I'm not highlighting it. The code I was trying to apply now was talking about effectiveness, right?
But isn't this is not an effectiveness? This is the
Because
objective.
Because when we're talking about effectiveness, the way I read it is this. Because how will you know? Because this one, the project hasn't been done. Because when we're talking about effectiveness, right, we're talking in terms of when the project has been implemented. I think that is where it really is sound more than this. Mr. Debazo, if I'm not saying the right thing, maybe you can correct me. That is why
No,
I'm not using
what
the
is saying,
code.
the last sentence
Yeah.
is about the coherence, you know? It's about how the DAP, you know, is
Yeah, the
related
project.
to the strengthening economic governance strategy.
Yeah, which one is it talking about?
The last sentence. This
The
strategy,
one before?
finally,
Okay.
No, specifically, this strategy
yeah,
highlights.
for me, this is a statement about coherence. Specifically, this strategy highlights strengthening economic governance as a
This
key.
one is this.
No,
This
the
one.
last sentence, yes, that
Yeah,
one.
we
Yes.
can as well use a coherence code
Yeah.
to code this.
Let me read and see.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's pointing to where the bank should be going.
Yes. Okay.
So
No, that's fine. It's coherence. Okay.
yeah.
So it's question 2.
Yeah.
Is that correct, Tebezu? So it's question 2.
It's coherence 2. Question 2. So now, no, you coded coherence by COL.
Yes.
I don't know why you choose COL, but it is there. We can still have it. So it's a alignment with what? You see, the issue is that the names of the okay. So you see, align with debt, bank intervention, align with what?
I think we can.
No, it's not a project.
No.
It's aligned with strategy or frameworks, because it's aligned with frameworks.
Interventions.
But I think it's intervention.
Yeah.
Technical assistance is the operation that it's aligned to.
It's aligned to.
Yeah.
Because it is
bank
not a
intervention.
framework. I think it's
No, it's bank
intervention.
intervention. No problem.
Okay.
No, not project. Not project. Alignment of the action plan. Are we in the project or what?
No, this is yes, project appraisal report.
So it's project.
Yeah.
It's project and bank. Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah.
No, not that. Yes, that one. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. There was another interesting stuff I saw.
Hello, just a minute,
Yeah.
Richard.
Yeah.
That code, there is the bank, then there is project.
Yeah.
You got action,
let me explain the difference.
and we got project.
Remember the distinction following Professor Nembot's question about the debt action plan and the project. You know?
Yeah.
So the debt action plan it's at the level of the bank wide, and the projects are at the level of the country. You know? So if you are reviewing a country, a project document, so the relevant code will be linked to the project because you are talking here about the project.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that area you've just explained is very important. You see, so once we understand all these nuances, we can be able to apply the code effectively. Let's see. With other strategies, align with bank selectivity framework. Alignment with bank corporate strategy. There was something there. Alignment with. Help me look for alignment with bank corporate strategies. Was it here? I don't know where that one. Let's see. Where is this? So there was a place they talk about alignment with bank corporate strategies. Where is Siri? You were helping out yesterday.
It was up in the context section.
Okay.
In the context section.
In the context section.
Context.
Okay.
Generally, they are at the introduction. They are at the opening sections. Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh.
When I was reviewing it last night, I saw this stuff.
Okay. Go. Yeah. Go now. Go paragraph 3. So even here, you see these are reference to the strategies. The operation is aligned with the bank strategy for economic governance.
Where is it?
Just in front of your screen. Yes. No. Go down few lines. Yes. Up there. The sentence before that one.
Okay. Right.
The sentence before that one. Yeah. Find this. Yeah. That sentence. Yes. Go to that sentence. That's the right sentence.
The operation. Yeah.
The operation is also aligned with, you see, and particularly with subpolar. See. Okay.
So here we can say alignment with other strategies.
Of bank strategy.
Yeah.
It's bank strategy.
Yeah.
So I don't think you have that code already.
I think I've got it. Let's see. Strategy. Okay. So if the code is not there, it can be created, but I think I've got something like that.
Can you enlarge the code box so that we can see?
Yeah.
Oh. This is about relevance.
The strategies.
CGS strategy is what? That's project.
CDS is about capacity building.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is
so
how we said
all of them are, so you both are, so you have two codes that applies here. Because you have the figure and you also have the, yeah.
So guys, you see how it's not so much difficult for us to search for the codes, right? You see what I did now? I just use a concept key word here to search for it. Then the code will come out. You see the different codes. Then you try to see the one that are aligned, right?
But there are, yeah.
So if the code is not here, it's not already created, how will you create that code? For example, if it is something that relates to, I'm just saying, like efficiency, right? So what you need to do now, you can use this. I say, for example, then you make sure that if it is an implementation or whatever,
Mamadou.
then you need to add the code here now. Don't remove everything. Does it make sense to you? So what you do now, maybe this one is another thing, then you remove this, the last one, you add the code so that it can be aligned with the same family. Professor Wawire, do you understand what I'm trying to say here?
Yeah, I'm seeing it means like now what you have there, impact.
Yeah.
So you are cutting off. Which word is that?
Let me use this one for example.
Reduction.
Let's say this code is about alignment of project DAP to, let's say there's another strategy now, right? But the strategy is not mentioned here. So what you do now, you click on this, then you remove this strategy, you leave this strategy, leave this order, right? Remove this order, you say strategy, then you do like this. Then you put the strategy. Then you use it, you click here to code it.
Oh, okay.
You see, so this is how you can be able to create your own code.
Then how are we going to validate after creating?
To validate.
Yeah, the code created.
I don't understand.
What you see, that you have already created a new code. Now you need to validate so that it can be among other codes, existing code. So how are
Yeah,
you?
for it to be aligned, that is why I say you mustn't remove these ones, so that it can be aligned.
Yeah.
So when somebody see the code now, it can be able to deduce that this one is alignment of that project to other strategy, the specific strategy you are talking about.
So just doing like it just change the name and then it will be created and it's already among other codes.
Yeah, the type
Are
of
you
the
need to
specific
save? Are you need to
strategy.
save? Are you need to
Yes,
save
when you
somewhere?
finish, you click here.
Okay.
Then the code will be applied, so it will be in the system.
Okay.
So with that, it will be aligned to it. Then when somebody read it, can be able to understand that you are still talking about alignment of that project to that specific strategy. So all the new codes that you are going to create, it must follow this pattern.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Is there anyone that... Those alignment of that strategy, selectivity. Okay, there's another one I've got there now. Evidence of selectivity. And approved strategy, right? Where did I get that approved strategy? To increase a proposal to increase the bank selectivity document are approved. There's an evidence. If we got this before. Selectivity evidence. Oh, this one is showing effectiveness. I think we can use this one here. Is that selectivity? Mr. DeBazo.
What does that statement say?
Yeah?
The
The statement is talking about. The statement is talking about there is it's a proposal to increase the bank selectivity document approved in May 2021. Specifically, this strategy highlights strengthening economic governance as a key. So my main focus here now is the approval of this document. Like the code I've got here now is about evidence of selectivity. If it were to be on the PCRO, I would say obviously it's applicable, but now it's on the appraiser, on the project appraiser report. So I need the help of Mr. DeBazo here, whether this one is...
What can I...
I think the key point here is that that document was approved.
Yeah. Document pertaining to...
so is evidence of approval. Do we have evidence of approval?
I can't read
what I highlighted now. A proposal...
Yeah, but the code box is...
the code box
is shading the paragraph.
Okay, let me remove it.
Okay. So, a proposal to increase the bank selectivity document approved in 2000. No. No, you are this one. You are in a different sentence. A proposal, that's the document that it is cited. So the sentence starts with specifically. You see what I mean?
Mm.
What the start of the segment is not appropriate, because that one is part of the title, sharpening the bank strategic focus, a proposal to increase the bank strategy. That is a document.
And the document has been
That's
approved.
the selectivity framework of the bank.
That approved document that is approved is
Yes.
an evidence of a reflection of bank selectivity.
No. So the sentence reads like this. Finally, the proposed operation is aligned with the bank selectivity framework.
Yeah.
That's as set out in the sharpening the bank strategic focus, a proposal to increase the bank selectivity document approved in May 2021.
Yeah.
So the sentence finishes after 2021.
Mm.
You see what I mean?
Okay, this one.
But
you're
my
talking about-
my
oh,
issue
this one,
is that there is
yeah,
a document that was approved in 2021.
yeah,
Yes. That document, it's titled Sharpening the Bank's Strategic Focus, a proposal to increase the bank selectivity document.
yeah.
That is the title of that
Is
document.
this one?
So is that
No, no,
important for our analysis?
The important is what is in the finally. This operation, I guess, is in Mozambique. This operation is aligned with the bank selectivity framework.
Yeah.
That
So it's
means
not an evidence of bank selectivity.
no, it's that it's that the selectivity is not the DAP selectivity. You have to make the difference. Here we are talking about that is the bank operational selectivity.
Yeah.
So it said that that bank framework states how the bank should be doing. The bank should focus on operation where you get a competitive advantage, and they have to have less activities rather than so many to spread themselves into many activities. So this is what the guy is trying to say. So that operation is aligned with the bank selectivity framework. And that bank selectivity framework is set out in this document that was approved in May 2021. Is it clear,
Okay.
Prof?
If it was to be the operation, if it were to be in the PCR document where they say the operation was aligned with the bank selectivity framework as set out in the sharpening, the bank strategic focus, then we can code it.
No, it still will be coded or because with a relevance code.
That is
because
what
here
I'm
is
saying.
the alignment.
Yes.
It's about alignment. It means that the action is aligned with the bank framework.
I think we coded it before. Now, what do we do? I think we coded something here before.
The next sentence is about coherence. I think so. No, this strategy highlights strengthening economic governance as a key comparative advantage.
We've coded
And
it
thus an area for
relevant.
continuous focus.
Yeah, we coded it before, Mr. Debazu.
No, so but it's still relevant. It is still relevant.
But relevant is there. You see
Yes.
it here.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's there. Guys, can I go and pee quickly? My people.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Can I please go to the loo quickly?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
You are asking permission.
Otherwise, you're gonna be looking for me. Say, where is he now? Yeah, all right. So now, as I prepare today, I say I'm gonna show you. Yeah. These are the code, the group codes. So if you want to see the quotations, these are the quotations. I've already shown you how to get the report. Then if you want to, this is what we call word cloud. We want to generate word cloud. Then, yeah. Memo. This was the memo I created last night, but let me show you how we can, yourself can create an analytical memo. This stuff. Code group. Where are my code group?
Question.
Yeah.
You are generating memo from the codes or from the document?
No, Memo is a kind of a platform where you note down certain things that's going to help you in. It's like you write down your analytical notes. For example, if you see any code or code group that you know you're going to use for analysis that got a specific role is playing in your analysis, then you attach, it's like a note, you attach it to the quotation or to the codes. So that is the function of the memo. It's a note, analytical note. So I'm trying to show you how to create it, and some of the memos that I created yesterday. It's on the alignment. I can't find it now. Find this stuff. This is on the code. If you want to create memo on the code, what you do, you do like this, right? You create it, it must have a heading, right? You put a heading, for example, let's say, let's say selectivity. So bank selectivity. What is happening? So when you create a heading, when you've already started your heading, then you write your analytical notes here. So once you finish this, then automatically it will be attached to the quotation. So this is how to attach a memo to a quotation. So let me say undo now, because I don't want it to appear there. This is the one I created yesterday. I attached this one to a code group.
How did you go there? The one you created yesterday.
Okay.
How did you reach there?
Under the menu here, you got I'm gonna show you now. You got memo here. It's got a lot of stuff here.
That's memo group.
No, where is it? This is memo group. Memo. So you go here because this is the manager. Memo have got its own manager as well, just like you have for codes and code document and quotation. So you go to the code manager, to the memo manager, I mean. Then you click on it. Then it will show the memo you've created.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I decided to put this one yesterday because I discovered that it's very important. The CDS, Capacity Development Strategy. I was trying to use it to explain that this is a bank corporate strategy for capacity development in the regional members country and also carried on the DBS strategy pages. So you can use this type of notes for you to be able to enhance your data analysis, your qualitative data analysis in the ATLAS.ti. What I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to do a kind of coding that will allow me to demonstrate network analysis as well as which other thing I was the co-occurrence. I'll do a kind of coding tonight so that tomorrow I can be able to demonstrate this, how this one is working, as well as the one for network analysis. Right? Mr. DeBazo.
Question.
Yeah.
I saw when you were dealing with
one moment, please.
Yeah.
Can I continue? Hello?
Yes.
I saw when we were doing network in the morning.
Yeah.
You are actually drawing manually. Is that what we are going to do?
No. You see, it's in two folds. You can either do it manually or you do it automatically. But for example, now, if you have the team and the sub-teams, that one is automatic linkages, right? So once you capture it, then you put the teams, then the sub-teams are automatically linked to it. So you open it up, then it's going to show the corresponding sub-teams. There are certain instances where you have to do it manually, but there are some instances where it has to be automatic.
Okay.
It depends on the coding, yeah. So like I said, tomorrow I will do a kind of coding tonight that I'm going to use to demonstrate that. That one as well as the co-occurrence analysis. Any other question? Yeah, Mr. DeBazo, were you trying to chip in something? Oh, yeah. So if you're looking for, if you want to check something on the document, you use this. For the quotation, you use this. For the quote, you use this. For the memo, this. For the network, this. So this is how it works. To analyze, you use this. Code analysis. Code document. You can use that. Then, and the co-occurrence. Here as well, you use queries, right? Where you are trying to compare the relationship between two codes. This is where we use Boolean. Is it Boolean? Is that how you pronounce it? Boolean. And, or, you know what I'm talking about? Statisticians. Then, operations. You understand all this stuff in statistics. My people.
Operations.
Yeah, this operation, or, and this Boolean.
So in statistics, operations are called what?
This is where you use.
Oh,
Boolean.
I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing it's only that the words have changed.
You see, so we've got this type of functionality in ATLAS.ti as well.
Yeah.
So most especially if you're comparing the relationship, the linkages between the two codes. If you say or, right, then you put the other one. Let's say you are comparing the relationship between these two codes, right? Then you click on it, then to give you the relationship, which is the co-occurrence. It's the same thing as co-occurrence, but this one is limited to two codes at a time.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to do more than two, then we use a co-occurrence table, right?
Mm.
Co-occurrence table where you have the column, right? You compare it against the rows, right? So this one will show the co-occurrence table. So where there is correlation, it will show you, even the degree of correlation is going to show it to you. So
I would love that one. I would love to see that one.
You see? So these are the tools in ATLAS, mostly for analysis. Yeah, you know, you statisticians, you like objectivity. You want to see figures. You see now it's comparing. These are the codes that I put there now to be compared against the ones, vertical ones. So where there are correlation, then you will see it here,
It's
inclusive of the
actually a
number of
correlation
correlations.
matrix.
Yeah, yours, you can call it correlation matrix, but we call it co-occurrence matrix.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So now, guys, it's almost 20 past 2. Mr. DeBazo, is it there because we were talking about debriefing?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm here.
Yeah. Is there anything that you want to contribute as part of the debriefing process?
No, I think we did not cover all what we planned for today. It is understandable because part of the time was the time that was allocated to me. It was only No, it was 45 minutes. So I think so, but we were not able to cover everything. So maybe we need to be more organized.
Yes.
I think so. Because
Okay.
we don't have much time tomorrow, only one.
Yeah.
I understand that you are there, but it's good that we are able to discuss together.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I can say.
Yeah. But what I can say is that 45 minutes we gave to you was judiciously utilized.
Oh, thank you.
Because you've been able to provide us a great insight. Because these were the areas that were confusing. So you were able to clear the nuances. So I thank you for that. It's a good job. Well done. And I think from there, we can be able to understand what we need to do. And I've observed now that with constant practice, this problem of not knowing the kind of codes to utilize, with your explanation on the evaluation matrix, is good enough for one to be able to understand what we need to do in terms of applying the codes. Yeah, Mr. DeBazo.
I think it will be also helpful to share the program for tomorrow.
Yeah, I will do it.
Yeah.
I will do it. Because I could see it assisted today a little bit in providing us the insight in terms of what we need to cover. And it's like, as a teacher, if you have a lesson plan, that is why they always say teacher must have a lesson plan. It's very useful.
It guides us. And also, I have one information. As you may know, the African Development Bank has a new president, and he took office last Monday, and that is why we delayed our training. We squeezed our training into 4 days instead of 5. And he's having a town hall meeting tomorrow from it will be 11 your time there, 11 to 10. No, to 11 to 1 o'clock, something like that. Okay. No, it will be 9 to 11. That is from 11 to, anyway, from 11 to 12. Okay. Meaning that I will not be able to attend because it's outside. But I will try to connect if it is possible. But if you don't see me, so I will jump it in the last hour of the training. So my apology. So I don't know. So that's the show. I just wanted to let you know. Okay. Today was also a holiday, but I said I have to attend because it's very important. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Colleagues, do we have any challenges or something that we want to express for us to see how we can provide responses? Professor Wawire, are you there?
Thank you, Richard. I'm still around. Okay. I don't have much, but I'm expecting those documents we agreed that they will be shared.
Okay.
That will be very
document?
good.
Which document?
There is a code book.
Oh, you don't have a code book.
The
new one. Okay, no problem.
Yeah. See, there is we agreed the new one. And then that DAP action plan.
I just gave you access to all the background document of the evaluation. So if you check your email, you will see you will see a link.
Okay.
So if you go there, you will see the DAP documents.
Okay.
In there, you have a version that is approved and a version which is approval. So that was the one submitted for approval. And once it was approved, you will, if you read the name very well, you will see that there is one that is approved. Yeah.
Okay. I've not opened my email, so
Yeah, of
I'll
course.
check.
We are in the training. Yeah, no problem. So you have it. I also sent the two presentations. I sent the presentation. I gave you access to the documents and what else. Yeah, so those are the things,
Okay.
two things that I did in the background.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, any other comments? Roland is not here today.
Holiday, huh?
Roland.
He's not around. He's not in the. He's not in
Okay.
the meeting.
Okay.
Suleiman did not go to the holiday, but
Is Suleiman here?
yes, he's in.
Oh, Suleiman, why are you so
also.
quiet today? Suleiman, we want to hear from you.
Sule?
Ali.
Yes, Dr. Kumar, I'm here.
Yes, I'm here.
Right.
I was having issue activating my micro.
Okay. Okay.
I'm following Prof. Yeah.
Okay. So I think the outlook is much more brighter now. Every day.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, like I said, let's keep on doing our best. We're putting our best effort to make sure that the project is a success, because it's very, very important. We don't have any other continent. This is our continent. So whatever project we're doing for the continent is our own. So we must own it and make sure that we do our best. So I think, yeah, let me leave you with that till tomorrow. Like I
Okay,
said.
thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Richard.
All right, ciao, ciao.
Thank you very much.
Okay, cheers.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody.
Ciao, ciao.
So, see you.
Thank you, Richard.
Ciao.